To know that she was going into my nan's house and doing it was a sickening feeling.
This is a great example of how wrong you can be.
It was digital, you would not have known it was a camera.
They must be fueled by rage.
I outsmarted a thief. My nan, she's got a heart of gold. She will give anybody anything and do a favour for anybody. She's just a very lovely person. She broke her hip not long before my granddad passed, so then that's when the carers needed to come in 4 to 5 times in the day, starting from morning to the late evening.
What we're talking about now is the transitional periods between the family taking care of their gran and now you've got the carers stepping into that trust bubble.
She enjoys getting looked after. They were just lovely people, and because she'd never used to go outside a lot, they would share their life, so it just made her feel like she's incorporated in their lives. She really enjoyed that. She loved the company.
She perhaps encourages a warm give-and-take relationship with her carers, and I think for the grandkids, they're probably hugely relieved by this.
Every Thursday, they would go to the shops and do her weekly shop for her, and if they took her card, they'll do it either by PIN or contactless, but they'd always bring the receipts back. Before she got pretty poorly, I mean, she used to go out with them. They would go out for lunch and then do their shopping, and she really enjoyed it. It got her out of the house. You felt she was in safe hands because they know what they're doing. With the bank stuff, my nan had all capabilities of that. We never used to get involved with her money until we couldn't understand why she was spending so much. She would draw money out to bring home and put in her wallet, and we were like, how are you spending all this each week when you're only going out once a week? She'd just be like, oh, I don't know, I must have lost it or misplaced it, or maybe I didn't draw that much out. But we're like, you are, Nan, you're taking this much out of the bank, where's the money going, knowing that you're not going nowhere? She was just quite blasé about it, bless her, and she was never bothered.
It could be that grandmother is saying, hey, this is my life, my money, I do what I like, I have freedom, I have agency. She may also have begun to trust her new carers as her friends. We have a strong bond here, what are you worried about? But I think the grandmother at this point in time feels that maybe her agency is being questioned, and she's covering it up by saying, everything's fine.
My sister couldn't understand what she was spending, so she started to take a little bit more interest in it, and she said, Nan, what I'm going to do is start drawing out a certain amount that you need, and we can keep an eye on it. So then I had to take her for an appointment. My sister was in there the previous day putting money in her wallet. She said, did you get KFC? I went, yeah, but there was only £10 or so in the wallet. And she was like, well, that's not right because I put £40 in there the day previous. She said, where's the £30 gone? Nan had not been nowhere. I don't understand how that money's just gone. And that's when we knew something wasn't right. We approached my nan about where the money's going, just asked her, where do you think it's gone? And she said, I can't understand where it's gone. We didn't really tell her too much because she was such a caring and loving person. And I think she had such a bond with the people that come into our house. We didn't want her thinking, oh, is it that person? Is it this person? Can I trust them? That's not in her nature. She's just got such a loving nature. We wanted to make her feel as safe as possible, and we can deal with it without her having to worry about anything. She was happy for us to look into it.
I think that as we get older and feel more frail, more fragile, more vulnerable, we can pick up more feelings of panic and anxiety about the world. She has formed quite a powerful emotional bond with her carers, and these people are trust figures in her life. It's a deeply delicate and fragile place to be, and they handle it with a great deal of sensitivity.
I had assumptions straight away. My sister had assumptions as well, so after we've had a few meetings together, we thought we need to do something about this. My nan at the time had about 5 different carers, but if there was a carer off, you may get the odd one that's got to take over that you don't really meet as much. We had maybe 2 in mind because they used to deal with her finances a lot more, and they used to do a lot more with shopping-wise with her. I'd say a good couple of months we were keeping an eye on her finances, and we took it a little bit further then.
You've got lots of emotion riding on this. But on the other hand, you've got a lot of calm, collected determination, which is going to make or break this case.
I phoned the police station to see how to go about this because it was all new to us. They told us what we had to do, make sure we had enough evidence, not falsely accusing anybody. We couldn't let anybody know. It was just between me and my sister and the police. We needed to pinpoint who it was first. We didn't want to give any suspicion away.
What must be overriding all of this is the desire to go in there and get that person, because how dare you do this to my beloved grandmother? But they don't. They stay back. They hold their feelings back, which I think is incredible.
When we went to the police station, I think it was 2 police officers, she said, what we need to do first is get some sort of camera set up. We wanted one that looked very like an alarm clock, and it was digital. You would not have known it was a camera, so it was just the best option for us because it was facing the right way for where she was sleeping as well. It was linked to my phone. I could watch it anywhere really, but I did like to do it when I was at Nan's, but round the corner in the car so no one knew I was there. We had to watch every carer. I'd have to go before every visit of each carer, make sure there was money in her wallet, how much was in there, and then I would sit in my car, turn the camera on my phone and wait for that carer to do her job. Then I would go home and wait for the next carer to come out, check the wallet before the carer come, and it was quite painstaking, but it was worth it. The carer that we suspected, she come in and the money was there, she left, the money was there, and we watched it on camera and she didn't take nothing. A couple of days after, another carer come in, and then that's when we figured out it wasn't the carer we thought it was. It wasn't the carer we thought it was.
We all carry stereotypes of who we think a perpetrator is and how we're going to catch them. And this is a great example of how wrong you can be. And had they not collected all their data in an incisive, cool, calm and forensic way, they could have got it really wrong.
The carer that we didn't expect it to be, I was in the car and was watching from my phone where I saw her take out the wallet out of the bag and then put her hand in the wallet, took the money straight out into her pocket, very brazen, like it was a normal thing. I was in shock, never suspected her. I automatically phoned my sister because she would not have believed who it was either. She had to come out to my house that evening and watch it on the video for her to even get used to it. To know that she was going into my nan's house and doing it was a sickening feeling, absolutely sickening feeling, but my nan had so much trust in her. My nan didn't even know, we didn't let her know. My nan and this carer had a very close relationship. They shared a lot together, so my nan did absolutely really respect her and really love her. Absolutely sickening feeling.
A sickening feeling. That is the best word for it. Like almost wanting to get rid of what she's just seen because it's shocking.
Once we found out who it was, I needed to then get as much evidence as possible. We had to take a lot more videos, so we must have done about another 10 plus videos of her taking money. There was one point the camera was playing up, so me and my husband had to run out to my nan's and get the camera set up, and then this certain carer, we bumped into her at the front gate, and because we both knew it was her, I had to make it out like we were just, I thought, what, the weather's horrendous today, isn't it? And she was like, yeah, I can't believe it. And then I said, we're leaving Nan now. I said, because she's still asleep. And she said, no, that's fine. And as soon as we got in the car, I turned my phone on and she went straight into my nan's room and took the money out within seconds of speaking to us, because we only just got into the car. I had to keep her cool, had to keep her cool.
They must be fueled by rage. What great control, what great self-control.
Constable that was working on it came over to my house, went through all the footage together. He phoned me when he got to the station, said, yes, that's enough evidence. He wanted to set her up then with their money. £15, but he marked it with one of his pens. So we put the money in the wallet. We was doing a stakeout in the car. I was down the road, sat in the car on my phone. The policeman was up the road in the car, and as soon as I seen the money being taken, I give the policeman the nod to say that it's okay to go in and arrest her. And she come out of the door, and the policeman and the police lady come and arrested her outside, checked the money first, and they put the light on it, and he said, that note was what we've marked to set you up and you've took it. Why have you got this money? She didn't answer first, and then she made up a few different stories, and she just couldn't keep her story the same at all. She got arrested right outside my nan's house then.
It is a very bittersweet moment. On the one hand, they've got her, but on the other hand, they've got to now sit down with their grandmother and tell her exactly what has been going on.
I went straight into my nan's house. I sat down on the bed and I told her what happened, and she was in tears, and it's not a sight I'd like to see again. She got a 6-month prison term, suspended for 2 years, paid court fees and quite a few hours of unpaid work. She's never allowed to be a carer, and it will be on her record now.
What the grandmother also has at this point in her life is 2 fantastic granddaughters who are absolutely there 100% of the time to take care of her.